Here we are at the famous World Heritage Site of Stonehenge on the Salisbury Plains of Wiltshire, England. With me I have Nicolas Riddihough, DipAD, who is a worldwide researcher into the science of parasociology and its effects on human society. Kindly tell us, what is parasociology?
Parasociology is a new science which documents how human society has a psi or a parapsychological aspect or function which keeps it together. Some people may say spiritual function. So this is parasociology is dealing with this aspect, the how do you say, the magical side of human society. Very interesting.
And what does that have to do with Stonehenge and the solstice gathering?
Well, if you were here a few days ago, how long ago? 2 or 3 days ago? Nights ago? You will have seen here thousands of people and waiting for the sunrise, midsummer's morning, and undergoing cold and even wet, and just to gather together at this sacred place, which is thousands of, we don't know, millions of years old. So this is a phenomena. They came voluntarily. And we don't know why they came. Nobody paid them. So this is a phenomenon of society, modern society, which is becoming very predominant now. And we're very interested in it.
These days, there is a great interest in conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Most predominant is the idea that an elite Illuminati is orchestrating events in the global arena. Is this part of parasociology?
Definitely. This is very interesting. This is a feeling people have, that their destinies are being controlled by some forces beyond themselves. This is a little different from religious faiths like Christian, Hindu, Muslim. It's something very spontaneous and natural to people in this so-called modern developed age. And the fact that the word Illuminati seems to link up with Stonehenge. We all gathered, they all gathered to be illumined by the sunrise. I think it's revealing, this solstice gathering, something, a yearning deep within human beings, that their spirit wants to be enlightened. They're searching for that naturally. Materialism is not everything. They want something beyond. So this idea of a conspiracy theory is not disconnected with that. It's very much connected with the solstice gathering.
You know, there is a rumor on the net that the Hare Krishnas have infiltrated the Illuminati. What do you think of that?
The Hare Krishnas? Well, we saw predominantly in the solstice gathering, the Hare Krishnas were very, very foremost, actually. They were dancing and chanting and singing. Actually, people appreciated. They naturally were dancing and singing. I do have a theory which I'd like to reveal a little bit, something on this occasion. Excuse me. Hello.
So what you were mentioning? What you wanted to share something?
Yeah, I wanted to share something because the Vedic, the ancient wisdom scriptures of the world, they all indicate that man has a higher purpose. The purpose of the human form has a higher purpose of transcendence, of going beyond this temporary creation where we are born and die. So this obviously got something to do with that. It's not like an industrial complex, churning out motor cars or something. It has a higher purpose, which, archaeologists have been trying to fathom out for many, many years. What is Stonehenge? Definitely it's aligned with the sun. And otherwise, why are we waiting for the summer solstice? It's all, it's like a machine. It's astrologically aligned. So the point is that the wisdom scriptures of the world, they do say, especially Bhagavad Gita, refers to how knowledge descends from a higher being in the sun. There's a sun planet. And there's one verse in the ancient Sanskrit language, the mother of all languages. It says, Evam parampara praptam imam rajashayo vidu. This knowledge, the spiritual knowledge of, you can say, parasociology, is meant for the leaders of society, like, okay, Illuminati, if you want to call it Illuminati, so that they can make people happy. So people will be prosperous. The ecology will be okay. The planet will be okay. Globally, people will be prosperous, satisfied, happy. All sociological problems will be solved if they do certain activities. You see? So my personal understanding is, those Hare Krishnas, they may seem far out or whatever they are, whatever we may think, they were doing a certain kind of activity which can bring prosperity and harmony in human society, or world peace, in fact. It wasn't something sentimental, okay, a pop song, something like that. They were singing a mantra. Mantra is a sound vibration which frees the mind and cleanses the heart of negative things, dirty things. And this, I've heard it's now flashed all over the internet. And people are interested and they're feeling happy, free happiness. So I see this like a new age dawning, the dawning of a new age with spiritual solutions, the spiritual solution to our material problems. Spiritual new world order, which can be led by selfless, godly leaders, not like our present civilization, misdirected civilization, but civilization based on technology or knowledge of how to awaken our dormant, natural, joyful nature. Not just ritualistic Hindu, Muslim, Christian, going to church on Sunday, mosque on Friday and all that, blah, 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 bowing down, but an instinctive urge for self-realization in people so that they don't waste this human life, this opportunity, different from trees and birds and fish. So I'm very interested in this, and I'm hoping that this clip anyway, this little interview, may get me in touch with people who are also interested in this. I'm sure thousands of people are over there.
Some people might say cynically the British government is just using this as a way to make money, £8 a time. It's a bit of an expense, money spinner. What is your take?
Well, maybe an aspect of it, but my understanding there's something deeper than that is going on here. There's something beyond just a financial, fiscal advantage. There's something bigger going on here.
So there's a parasociological attraction to this place. There's a sort of...
At the gathering, at the solstice, people were allowed to go right up to the stones. They were climbing on them, they were touching them, they were going around them very closely. Nowadays they're not, at this point, no one's allowed to even go and touch the stones. And yet they're paying good money to go there and get close to them. So if they have to pay and they don't even touch them, just imagine how much the feeling of majesty and reverence and urge to worship something is being manifested by human society. Why are they coming paying £8 just to look and question and think? They're not even able to touch the stones. Only one day a year are human beings allowed to go and just live there for one night. Especially that night. That night was very significant, sunrise. It's very symbolic and very significant. And actually very wonderful. The World Heritage people and the British government, I'm very happy that they're allowing the people at least one night to come and be together under these stones. And I think it's a sign of a positive turn in the face of doom. Everyone's thinking there's a bad future for human society, logically, financially, sociologically. But this is a good sign for human society. I think it's a very positive sign. maybe we shouldn't just have one day, one night, one day when people are coming up to the stones and dancing and singing, but we should have another every day. One day, maybe we'll have every day. Then human society will blossom. So this used to be called, this kind of activity used to be called sacrifice. This in the ancient wisdom texts, it says there are activities that human society can perform so that the powers which supply the rain, which supply good earth, they could supply all the things which we need, like the air and healthy food. So the powers, personified as demigods, or they will be satisfied. We need to do things in human society, just like we pay electricity bill, we pay the water bill, we pay this bill, that bill, road tax. But my understanding, parapsychology, this is a desire to pay to please the sun god. How are we going to please the sun god? So he provides sun, provides. Without the sun, we are nothing. Human society is finished. No food, no grains, nothing. So we need to please the sun. And even beyond the sun, what about the creator of the sun? So what are these activities that human society must do so that human society can be peaceful, prosperous, and be satisfied? This is what we should be thinking. And better we have some education now in schools and colleges in England to teach this parasociology. What can human society do to solve this ecological pollution problem? We're just doing a patchwork. We're trying to solve the problem in a patchwork way. Oh, the whales are getting extinct. Okay, give money to the whales, stop the whalers. The pandas are getting extinct. The water's polluted. We're trying to solve, but in the one stroke of a sacrifice to Supreme Being or the Sun God, we may be able to solve all the problems. Well, we should think about this. These ancient texts of the world, they used to live in societies which were very peaceful and not divided. The ancient Vedic knowledge says that there was one king, one emperor of the whole world, and many kings. They were living in cooperation. There was one emperor, and it was peaceful, prosperous. Yeah. So we can think about these things. Well, I actually personally feel the Hare Krishnas are on the right track. I think they're on the right track. I think we should, seriously consider what they're saying. If we want human society, the leaders of Britain should start to read these ancient wisdom books about how human society can be happy. I think this is important. The leaders of Britain and America and all countries, they should start to study these ancient texts and find a clue to make people happy.
But surely, Nicholas, we as a society have moved on from these medieval ideas of some form of a god, some form of needing to make petitions, propitiations towards a overarching spaghetti monster in the sky. You seem to be presenting to me something very, very unreasonable and unargued.
No. This is the science of parasociology. This is actually, we have to recognize that after all, this body is only active as long as there's consciousness there. It's a fundamental thing. What's the difference in a live body and a dead body? So if all these people are dead here, what will they do with the bodies? They just have to bring trucks and take the funeral parlors, But because there's consciousness, they're all moving around, they're living and so on. So what is this psi, or this spiritual element in human society? It's making it tick, making it work. Shouldn't we delve into this science of the soul, if you like, science of spirit, or if you like the big picture, God, G-O-D. What is this science? Let us study it in an objective way, and let put human society on its right track. I'm not saying we should all become Hindu or Krishna or Hare Krishnas, but we should at least be open-minded and recognize that there's something going on more than just chemical reactions. I don't think this is octopus in the sky stuff. This is reasonable. It's reasonable to think that there's a cause behind effects. So what is the ultimate cause? Is it just an explosion, or is there some consciousness involved? If there was an explosion in a quarry, a stone quarry, would you get this? Would you get Stonehenge with thousands of people coming around? No, but it's obvious that there's some intelligent structure here. So in the whole universe, I mean, you have fences here, and even the grass, the trees, and the way the clouds are moving, the climate changes, indicates that the consciousness is a fundamental aspect of reality. So human society is neglecting this, I think. So therefore this science of parasociology is important. We can introduce it in schools and colleges all over the world.
Thank you, Mr. Riddihough. That's been quite revealing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Excuse me, sir, before you go, a challenging question. Are you a Hare Krishna?
I might be one day. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare